Okay, so his father, I believe he said that his father said this in the offseason. He is fine, in perfect condition. He hasn't had to go anywhere, and he's here in the Dominican Republic. It's nothing to write home about, a simple fall. He scraped his knee and hands a bit. That's it. Really? Scraped his hand and scraped his knee and his hands a bit. Fracturing your wrist is not scraping your hands a bit. Like, they were so shady about it. And then his mom's posting stuff on Instagram trying to make it seem like Fernando's telling the truth. It's like, dude, just own up to it. Your family, stop doing this. His whole family, like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, we're not idiots. It feels like he thinks, or his representation, whoever told him to write that statement about ringworm, oh no, let's take a picture of your rash on your neck and that'll make it believable. We'll definitely believe you. You knew the report. You have to know, these days everything gets out. The reporting is going to get out at some point. And guess what? It got out. Hector Gomez, who's been pretty much right about everything about Tatis in the DR. He's a big Dominican Republic reporter. And he says that he started using the cream in March. I think tested positive for it in March. To try to hide the motorcycle accident in the DR. And it's not one accident. There were two accidents. So that's what also pisses me off. It's just the lying. All of this lying. And then you're supposed to be a role model to all these kids that have your jersey. I mean, there's going to be another bobblehead, I think, this year given out. They're going to have to change that, the Padres. There was a bobblehead last year given out, right? Or at the beginning of this year. I think it was earlier this year. I got one. I've stored that in the way back of my closet. My Tatis jersey, don't know if I'm going to wear that again. That's in the way back of my closet. Don't even want to see it. I'm just disappointed. You know, like, we tried to give him a pass, right? We tried to give Tatis a pass with the wrist accident, right? During the offseason. We're like, oh, man, this sucks. Seems like he's going to be fine. And then we hear in spring training, no, he's going to have surgery. And there were multiple accidents. Now it's like, and this is the same thing with the Padres, by the way. Now they're like, okay, now trust is waning here. Don't really trust you here. And then this comes out. And that he's been doing it since, that he was using it in March. That's 5 months. More than 5 months that the Padres didn't know about this, that Tatis was doing this. So there's no trust there. I don't blame the Padres at all. I don't blame AJ at all for saying that there needs to be trust both sides for this relationship to work. He was telling the media that. And for Fernando, after Friday's game, or during Friday's game, to not communicate with Preller, or before Friday's game actually, because that's when the news came out and broke, to not call AJ directly, and you have to have someone else related to you or close to you to call Preller. You couldn't speak to him directly. Like, that's not what a leader does. Just own up to it, man. I'm sure he's probably talked to Preller and Seidler by now. But like Preller said, like, you can say it and you can say you're sorry and all that, but actions speak louder than words here, man. They do. And now you've cost your team a chance, or a stronger chance at winning the World Series. The Padres still have a chance to win the World Series. I still firmly believe that. They have a very good team. But obviously Fernando is one of the best players in baseball when he's on the field. And I absolutely loved Clev's comments, Musgrove's comments after the game on Friday. Musgrove saying he's got to start pretty much saying, I'm not quoting, pretty much saying he's got to start showing us that he's committed and that he wants to be here. Obviously, he's not showing that he wants to be there and help the team right now. And he's got to change that. He's got to become a team player.